Hey, it's Bobby. I wanted to do a quick little update video for the aquariums. I moved my two 10 gallons that were here, where I housed my Hypostomus pleco, my 4 Malabar danios, and my white cloud mountain minnows, as well as my bristlenose pleco. I moved them from the two 10 gallons into a nice brand new 29 gallon, for now at least. I'm really happy with this new setup. I need to get more uniform planting lights for the tank. That's on my list to get, but for now I've got it taken care of pretty well for lighting. This is my main tank now. I've got most of my plants in here. I really like how my stand is. I got a new stand. I got no new fish because it's already stocked to full here, but there's my Hypostomus pleco, and right there is my bristlenose. And the danios and minnows are happy. For plants, I have the banana plant, I have lucky bamboo, I have pothos plants, I have Bacopa caroliniana, I have water wisteria, aka Hygrophila deformis. I've got some Limnophylla aromatica right there, and I've got one lone willow hygro there. I think that's it for plants. Some hornwort as well, because you can't have a tank without hornwort. Got a bunch of Mopani wood that I set up. I've got up to 55 gallons. I forget how many gallons per hour. It's 300 and something gallons per hour. Canister filter. I got that running as the main filtration. I've got trusty old sponge filter, and I've also been running for a few days now. I've been injecting CO2 into the tank. Fish are doing fine, CO2 levels are good. I gotta get some CO2 test strips and some liquid plant fertilizer. That's also on my list. But I wanted to update the tanks because I got a comment on one of my videos saying I haven't seen that much filtration on such small tanks. And I just wanted to update and say we got adequate filtration now, not over filter. I'm not wasting electricity anymore. And the Malabar danios and Hypostomus pleco are much happier in their new bigger home. And it's a daily maintenance thing. I'm kind of staring at this tank and obsessing with it, making scenarios in my head where I need to change things around in order to make it look better. But part of the hobby is letting your tank do its thing. So far I've had good results. I didn't have to cycle the tank. I used all the water from the 210 gallons, and I used some media from each of the tank from the filters and put it in the canister filter, so it had bacterial colony already formed. And I didn't do any root tabs this time. I just did 25 pounds of Stony River stones, small stones. I also, on the 29th of December, I tested the waters, and the water levels were perfect, which is also really good plus. One thing I'm noticing is that the bacterial bloom that is caused by setting up a new tank still hasn't fully settled down yet, because I do have some new pieces of Mopani wood in there that have yet to have bacteria colonize on the surface of them. So this is kind of free floating in the water column. So there is a bit, like tiniest bit of cloudiness when you look at it, and with depth in mind, you can kind of see that it's not as clear as I would like it to be. But I'm hoping in time it will clear to a fully cycled looking tank. But the water parameters were good. My nitrates were still a little bit on the rise because of it still establishing as a new tank, but it was only 30 parts per million, which is way lower than it was the last time I took a water test for the danios in their 10 gallon. Anywhere from 40 and below parts per million of nitrates is decent for any freshwater tank. So if you have 40 parts per million or below for freshwater tanks, you're in the clear. Most of that's probably going to be coming from the pleco taking a dump all over the floor, because I mean that's a majority of just pleco waste. They are really good at cleaning, but they also provide just as much of a bacterial bioload in the tank as they poo-poo. But yeah, this is just a small update video. I wanted to keep you posted. I wanted to keep my aquarium portfolio up to date. So I will see you guys in the next one.